gone live.
Yeah.
We're live. I don't know why I was singing. Hello, everybody. So we made it to Friday.
Yes, we did.
Thank God.
I'm just looking at the chat because I thought, does that look right? Or it does. It is okay.
Now, what's weird is we've been coughing a lot today. Not coming down with something, but you cooked something. I don't know what it was you cooked.
So basically, I did pasta, but I didn't add an unusual amount of pepper or anything like that. But for some reason, it's got caught up in the air.
Yeah, so we've been.
And so yeah, I keep coughing because of the pepper that's in the air. So,
Keegan, hello.
Hey,
how are
Keegan.
you? No, yes, nothing more than that because I've been out working. In my conservatory, and it was fine. When I came in, I thought this is like a smoke in here.
Yeah, it's like I've been coughing, but also I've been sneezing.
Yeah.
So for sure, it is definitely because some type of spice that I use, but it's no different to any. It's my usual spices that I use, so I think it's the pepper.
Anywho, how's everybody's week been? Keegan, have you been okay? I see you're on as well. How was your trip to McDonald's when you went? I think you went to Doncaster with Charlie. So I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed it. What did you have? Did you do your usual?
Is it warm in the conservatory?
It was always warm in the conservatory.
Yeah, I feel really cold.
No. It's lovely.
I've got like a little sort of cardi on. But yeah, so I put this on. But you've been sitting out in the conservatory. Now I know it's been sunny outside. So I was thinking, was it sunny?
Yeah, it was always nice and warm in there as well. Charlie's on as well. Hello.
Hey, Charlie.
So Keegan said he's been to Rotherham McDonald's.
Oh, wow.
How was it? And also as well, Charlie's got 71 followers.
Wow.
You're building yours up. Well
done,
Charlie. You're building yours back up.
Yeah.
I was going to say, do you guys do like a McDonald's trip every Friday? Is that the family thing? That's nice if you do. All go together in the McDonald's. As you can see, my balloon that Kelly bought me has actually gone up, is hit the ceiling. Although weirdly, right, this one is just, it's kind of, it's weird. It's kind of sort of floats to about halfway and
then
they
never saw the balloons because you didn't lower them enough.
I know. There you are. That was my balloon. There we go. I'll see that up there. And Keegan's got 27. I think you had 26 yesterday. So you're both doing it.
Wow, both doing well.
And how's your blogs going? Are you still doing your food blog, Keegan? Are you still doing that as well? Charlie, I know you're still doing your short videos. So you've got yours up and running. But that's good though. Well done, guys. Keep at it.
Is there a reason why you're playing the balloon?
I just like doing it. See, this is my birthday. I'm allowed to. I'm going to have a birthday month, I think, next time.
I don't know about that birthday month, but anyway. So what's everyone doing this weekend? How is everyone? What is everyone up to? What's everyone been doing in the week? So we have a video up that will be on Sunday, which is the pancakes one.
Yeah, now, as you guys may know, so Keegan's asked, have you seen my short video yet? No, we haven't yet, actually. When did you upload that?
Haven't.
Oh,
I'll go on and take a look.
Oh, going to Leeds. Now, I do remember that Charlie did a little section on Leeds, because you guys went to Leeds before. So we will check that out, your video, and have a little look. So, I'll get rid of that. Right, what was I going to say? Yeah, so do check out, please, guys, our pancake video if you're interested. Now, we did have a little bit of a debate with the pancakes as well. So as you guys may have seen, we went to Coffee Addict. It's coming back. It likes me. I'm not even got my hands are here. My hands are here, and the balloon is right there.
But where's the weight?
No, it hasn't got the weight on it anyway. It doesn't need the weight. I told you that it's brilliant. Yeah, that was me that time. So what was I going to say? So the Coffee Addict one. So the Coffee Addict, as you might have known, we weren't enamored by it.
No.
We didn't give it the best of reviews. Now,
no.
The thing is, Kelly and I will always try and be fair. We will never try and prejudice a place for any other reason than, for any reason. We would always try and give it a fair review. And we always go into a place wanting to like it.
Yes. For sure.
We never ever go in a place with the attitude, I'm going to hate this place. We don't do that. So we do want to like the place. We do want to actually give it a good review.
And I had high hopes for it, I've got to say.
This is it. So we saw them in the shop window. I say saw the shop window, they don't have them balanced there, but we saw somebody eating one. I thought that looks fantastic.
That looks amazing.
So we will go. And when it came out, we were looking forward to. But when
I was looking at all the purple of mine, and I just thought, wow, the size of it. I thought, oh my god, this is going to be amazing.
But like I say, it did disappoint to us. Remember, this is all our personal opinion. However, we found another place that does Japanese pancakes, and we wanted to try something different, with the hope that we'd find a good place that we could obviously compare to. Now, we didn't know whether it'd be good or not as well.
No, we did, because it's on one of our other videos.
No, it wasn't on one of our own videos, but you never know. Sometimes it could be one off. We could go back.
Yeah, that
the
is
point,
true.
The point I'm trying to make is we could go back to Coffee Addict, and actual fact, these are amazing. What happened?
Yeah.
So we just wanted to just double check that they weren't as good as the time before. So we didn't know whether or not how good they would be.
Yeah.
So you'll get to see now. We'll leave it there. What our review is going again.
Yeah. But if you are regular watchers of our videos, you'll know, because we did review it in Eating London, I think we called it. Yeah.
So what Kelly was saying, it was good back then.
Yeah.
But we didn't know whether it would be good again. So
do
check it. Unlike our normal videos, which go on for about 20 minutes to half an hour, this is a short one.
Yeah.
So it's only about 7 minutes as well. Purely because it's such a small establishment. We were literally in, out, taste it, done. So,
yeah, pretty much. But we've been to a few good places and a few okay places, and I think this is probably one of the first ones that I just thought, what? It, like, even if there are some places that I go to and I just think, okay, this is okay, you know, it's not for me, but it's okay. But this one was pretty much egg, and
that's Coffee Addict.
Yeah, Coffee Addict. And
Pavan says, hello, beautiful angels. Hi,
Hey,
Pavan.
Pavan.
How are you? I hope you're both well this blissful evening. Sending you both unconditional love as of Mental Health Awareness Week too. Have you been to Jin Bao Law Rooftop in London? No, we haven't. Right, that's one for Madame to write down. How are you, by the way, Pavan? I hope you're well. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us. And Tanika's joined it. Hi, guys. Hope you're well. Loved your Inamo video. Oh, bless you. Thank you. We both did that in unison. Thank you so much, Tanika. Really appreciate that. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. We were just talking about the Kelly just Googling the place at Pavan.
No, I'm just making a note of it.
Oh, making a note of it. Sorry, not Googling it. We will have a look at that, because thank you for that comment. Because as you may have seen, we went to the roof garden at 120. Was it Fenchurch Street? I forgot the name.
Yeah, Fenchurch Street, Fenchurch Avenue. Yeah,
Fenchurch Avenue. That's right. So we went there, but we wanted to do some more rooftops just to show you guys as well. So mix it up a little bit rather than just doing food all the time.
Yeah, and the good thing that we like to do, because not all rooftops are free, you know.
No, I know.
Rooftops are free, but we wanted to show free things that you could do in London, and not all places allow you to bring food and drink.
No, that's true. That's true.
Not all rooftops. So this specific rooftop at Fenchurch Street, so one end is Fenchurch Street and the other one is Fenchurch Avenue, and you can go and bring, you know, like a little picnic up there. You can bring some drinks. You can't bring alcohol, by the way, but you can bring normal drinks like coffees, water, and things like that. They also do have a coffee shop there as well, and they also equally have a bar and restaurant there. So if you decide that you just want to go there to do the bar and the restaurant or the coffee shop and then make your way to the rooftop, that's fine. But there are people that were bringing Starbuckses and things like that, and some people bringing sandwiches and things, and it was just quite nice.
Yeah, I don't think you could bring like loads of bottles of Ploncut with you. Yeah, just coming through.
No,
excuse me.
You can't bring alcohol. It says it on the website. You can't bring alcohol.
Tanika said, "Oh, you both really lift my spirits when I'm having a bad week. So happy I found your channel. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Tanika.
Thank you.
Well, we hope we bring a bit of joy. We really do. We love doing the videos, and do you know what? Comments like that really make it worthwhile.
Yeah.
So, and Pavan as well, your comments as well. Everybody else, we really do. For you, like I say, if it wasn't for you, we always say this, we wouldn't have the channel.
It's so true. And we just want to do positive things. We just want to breed positivity. So especially with all, we've had a bad couple of years and stuff like that, and and now we're coming out of it, and hopefully sooner or later the whole world will return back to normal. So yeah, hopefully.
Don't know about you, but I quite enjoyed lockdown. But
no, I did not enjoy it. I liked it when it was sunny. And stuff like that. But yeah, I think getting out and about is really important.
Yeah, no, this is true. And like I said, we do really enjoy going out and doing the trips as well. I mean, I was only messing around with the lockdown because it just meant that we could relax and enjoy the sun. And that year was so sunny as well, 2020.
And 2022, but not 2021.
Keegan says, please bring your birthday cake to Scunthorpe and take the train. But I'm going to be honest with you, Keegan. Some family came over and I did give all the slices away, I'm afraid. So they've eaten it. But you never know. One day we might be able to enjoy cake at some point. By the time it gets to you, it'll all be dry.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday, Mark. Oh, thank you so much, Tanika. I really appreciate that. Now, you will see we've got a few more videos to upload, which we actually shot 3 videos on my birthday.
Yeah.
So when you see me going to me, next week or a few weeks' time, me saying, oh, it's still my birthday in the video, it's only because it's taken me a while to edit rather than you guys sitting there thinking, blimey, how long is this guy going to extend his birthday for? Who do you think he is? So I'm not like the Queen who has 2 birthdays or the pre-Queen that had 2 birthdays. We shot 3 videos on the day. So Inimo was one of them. The pancakes was another.
Yeah.
So in case you think I just had one shirt, and we have another one which will come up, which I'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to the Everyman Cinema,
Ooh,
says Tanika, this weekend for the first time. Have you heard of it or been?
Yes, I believe there's a couple of Everyman Cinemas. There's one not too far from us, actually.
This is the first time I've ever heard of it.
I've not been to it. I haven't been to the actual cinema, but I know that there's one not too far from us.
So what is the Everyman Cinema, for those who don't know?
I don't know what the difference is, but I believe you can eat in the cinema.
Oh, it's one of those.
Now, I think so.
Right. I was going to say, actually, Keegan said, what video are coming up, Mark and Kelly? Is it a good cake, Mark? All right. I'll tell you. Before I go on to the cinema, I will tell you. So we've got the Japanese pancakes one coming up. Now, the Japanese pancakes one, I think, Keegan, you'll like this when you see what's on the topping of the pancakes. They are quite big ones as well. So do check that out. On Sunday, we put it as a premiere. And also as well, I went to, shall I say, the place?
What, the one that we went to on Wednesday?
No, the one I just edited. On my birthday.
I'm just trying to think.
Right, I can't drop any more subtle hints than that. Otherwise, I'll let it go if you don't want me to say it.
Yeah, you can say it. You can
right,
say
these, yeah, right. So I went to Forbidden Planet, which is a real geeky type shop. Just because of the child in me that I wanted to go. So I have edited that one though. It's very. Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, one task you have to do is watch it. Anyway, I've just edited it. I was really messy. Kelly's going to watch it as well. I didn't put much comments in it. It's pretty much music, but showing you around the shop. Yeah. So for those of you that are interested in that, that's the videos coming up as well. And we do have 3 more food videos coming up, which we filmed previously. We are filming again this weekend, so that's another food one to go into as well. So there's a few restaurants we wanted to show you. Tanika, we had you in mind definitely for one of them as well. So you'll be able to see that when it comes up. Tanika said, I'm really looking forward to it. It's a sort of like a boutique cinema. They have a sofa chairs for couples and you can order food to your seat plus wine and drinks.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking. I'm sure it's the one that you can order food to, yeah.
Tanika also said you can even order dessert, etc. The venue itself looks really luxurious. It was £20 a ticket, so not cheap. That's not bad though. Cinema in central London, so if you go into the ones in Leicester Square, that's £25 just for the film.
What the thing was?
Hang on, just haven't finished yet. So it's £20 a ticket, not so cheap, and the food is extra, but the regular cinema costs. Oh, sorry, the regular cinema is that. So
I was about to say.
I'm just going to sneeze.
A while ago, cinema was £20 everywhere. It was like really expensive, and cinema used to be a cheap night out. You could take the family, but I don't know. at one point it was like insane the prices that they were, and it was really crazy. But now I see that a lot of them have come down. So a lot of them are like, if you book in advance, they're like £10 and things like that. But I know that they're and when you were sometimes when you used to go to some of the big cinemas, they'd be like, oh yeah, it was like £20 a ticket, but then if you pay £25, you got like free popcorn and this, that, and the other, and it was like meant to be the VIP. But yet you're sitting in the same thing as everyone else. And I'm thinking, well, if I'm gonna pay, like, it's just ridiculous. But I feel like £20 now is the norm. To be honest.
So Tanika says, so thought it would be nice for a treat and a date night.
Exactly.
Just make sure it's not like that guy that brought his mate along. But yeah, that would be fantastic. Funny enough, when we went to United States, pretty much all the seats were recliner ones.
Yeah.
That was so nice. I thought they must bring that to the UK because it was so good.
And then, sorry, I was going to just interject. And also in especially the cinema that we regularly go to at Point Orlando, they do pizzas there, they do chicken nuggets, they do sort of like burgers and all of this type of stuff. So you can sort of get the food there. There was one place that I went to in Toronto, and they had a KFC and a Taco Bell. And you could get KFC, Taco Bell, and bring it into the cinemas. Man.
Keegan said, Keegan said, have you heard of, did you know, basically, the Fast and the Furious 10 came out today?
Yes, I did know it came out today.
I did know it was coming out.
But I didn't know it was coming out, yeah.
You're a big fan of Fast and the Furious 10. And I can't believe there's 10 of them.
There's more than 10.
We went on the Fast and Furious ride at Universal Studios in Florida, which is not the best ride. So you'll probably enjoy the film a bit more. Yeah. Amy, hello!
Hey, Amy. I hope you're well.
You good? You okay? Amy said the cinema in my area is £5. But do you know what?
Wow.
Pretty much outside London, that's how it is, especially if you go on certain days. So
there's no cinema in our area that's £5.
Well, where I used to live, they used to do a special one on a Tuesday. So it used to be something like £3.80, £2.80, something like that.
I haven't been to the cinema for £3.80 or £4 for a long time. Years, in fact. But they used to do one, like Orange Wednesdays, and there are still some deals around that don't necessarily on a Wednesday, but sometimes they do a Tuesday and a Wednesday. I think it's the cinema's slowest time. And so you can do buy one, get one free.
Well, funny enough, Tanika's just said the same. She said, yeah, the prices have really gone up now. I used to go for £4.99. There you go. Same £5 as Amy was saying. But yeah, I've noticed that a lot. Because as you say, it used to be a really cheap night out. Now, sorry, this is this bloody balloon that keeps. That's the.
But you only throw it there.
I know, but
it's going to come back.
But it likes me. It knows it's my
then why are you complaining?
Then it likes it.
You see them, you going to grab it back again.
There it comes. Hey, right, there we go. Amy's just said Forbidden Planet. That's my dad shop. Roll eye emoji. And do you know what? I thought of that when I was filming it. I was just thinking that your dad would be in seventh heaven here, and also as well. If you want, encourage your dad to watch it. It likes me. It's coming back. Now, my hand is here. I'm not controlling this.
You brought it to you.
I didn't. Look, my hands are here. Right,
Give it to me.
No. Leave them alone. There's my hand. Is it coming back? No, it's not. Right. Keegan said, in Scunthorpe, the cinema costs £8. Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad. But it's still expensive. Like, when I was younger...
No, look, my hands are there. I haven't touched it.
Cinema used to be like £1.70.
It is attracted to me. Sorry, Tom.
And then it went up to £2.50. And then the last place that you could get it for really cheap was in Peckham. And if you went to Peckham, it was oh God, I'm just trying to think. I think it was like £4 or something like that. But yeah, otherwise it was like a good £10-20 everywhere else. And 20 it was £20 lots of places. Until they started doing the £10 deals. And even in Haymarket, there is it was a cinema, Cineworld. So Cineworld in Haymarket, and before it was a Cineworld though, they used to call it Apollo, and it's beautiful in there. And that was cheap as well. And Empire in Leicester Square also used to do £10 ones. But I don't know if they still do it now though. But Empire's my favourite cinema in Leicester. In London, Empire's my favourite cinema.
Amy said, the balloon is near you, Mark. Yeah, I know, Keegan. I can say, and I'm not touching it. It is just literally, it knows whose birthday.
Why don't you give it to me then?
Whose balloon is it birthday? Exactly. Who's nice? Who's
Who
nice
bought,
balloon?
who bought it?
Yeah, my balloon. You can't take your birthday presents back.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to put it over there.
No, I'm going to leave them there. Oh, I'll put them there. Hand there, look. I'm not touching them. There you go. Ashbat is going away. What was I going to say? Keegan said, yeah, I know it's near me. Thank you, Keegan. Amy said, nice balloon, by the way. It looks very sad and saggy.
Yes.
What, the balloon or me? Look, there's my hands. I'm not touching it. That's because you did it. Leave it alone. It'll come back to me, man. You watch. All right, so the balloon aside, has anybody ever done, I'm thinking Tanika may have done this, has anybody ever done a secret cinema? Now, the secret cinemas, Kelly and I have wanted to do these for a while. They do two types. My friend went to one that was the Star Wars one. So basically, there's two types he went to. He went to the Star Wars one, and in the Star Wars one, you dressed up as a Star Wars figurine. Yeah. All right. And then the way they did it was you went in before you went in to see this. You actually watched Star Wars, the first one. Episode 4. So Star Wars, the first movie. And you would dress up as a character from Star Wars, and they pretended that you were in Tatooine, the bar. Yeah. And you would interact with all the other people that were there, and then you'd go watch the movie. And he did a second one, which was Back to the Future. This was slightly different. They had the orchestra at the front, and they would actually play along to the film. And they would have scenes, so they'd have actors actually come on the set. So, for example, in the shot where the DeLorean flies across or drives across the parking mall and then disappears, with Doc and Marty. They actually had a DeLorean go right across the screen, and actual flames come up from there. That's what they were doing. So those are the two types. Has anybody actually done that? Has anybody done a secret cinema?
I've not done a secret cinema, but I have some friends who've done secret cinema. Now, I've always wanted to do it, but some of them are so ridiculously priced.
He paid £150.
I was about to say, don't get me wrong, I love going to the movies and stuff like that, but for £150, no.
That is a lot of money.
Do you know what? If I was on holiday, I would pay it, probably.
Well, can you justify paying £150 to watch a film?
What it is, I tell you what I would pay £150 for. So, we go to parks and stuff like that when we go to Florida. For an experience, and in America, they're going to do it, properly. It's not going to be, it's going to be on point. So if you said to me, they're doing a secret cinema experience at Disney, I'm not sure about if I'd go to Universal, but if you said Disney, and I'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm sure Disney's going to do it on point. I'll be like, yeah, all right, let's go. And I would pay it. Yeah.
But they would charge a lot more than 150 Disney.
I think they would charge.
No, I'll tell you why they would charge more, because they put their name to it.
I tell you why they wouldn't charge more, because it's roughly about $70 to do Halloween Horror Nights. So I reckon it'd be roughly about $100 to $150. I don't think it'd be more than that.
I was actually surprised. Disney have lost 4 million subscribers to Disney Plus channel, which is quite interesting. Anyway, that aside, Keegan said, "Oh, your birthday cake looked amazing, Mark. I'm sorry I didn't get any." I know, Keegan, I know, but if you were to have if it was your birthday tomorrow, what cake would you ask for?
You already know what cake you would ask for.
Well, we don't know. He might have changed his mind.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, I will put that question to everybody. If it's your birthday, when you have your birthday, what is your ideal cake that you would like on your birthday or special occasion?
Right. Tanika said, "Oh, that sounds cool. I've never been, but I love how immersive it sounds." Have you heard of Taste Films in London? I would love if you did a review. Oh, okay.
Yes.
What's Taste View?
So basically, you sit down and you watch the film, and I showed it to you, and they bring out the courses, so you're eating. So I would like to do, you know what, the Charlie and Chocolate Factory one. I think that would be amazing.
Oh, that would be awesome.
But yeah, they do. I've seen a few of them, and that is on my list. It is actually on my list, so that will be one. But the immersive experience, I've known a couple of people to go. A friend of mine, he's passed away now, unfortunately, but he did a Laurence. What's the Laurence Olivier one where it's Peter O'Toole Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
Lawrence of Arabia. And they basically, you get given a character. So before you go, you get given a character, and then you have to bring something to barter.
That's like he was doing with Star Wars. My friend did with Star Wars.
Yeah, so he got given a character, and he had to dress as that character, and then they had to barter. But they weren't told what the film was. So they just had to come dressed as.
Hence the secret, hence the secret cinema.
Cinema.
That's making more sense actually. My friend now I recollect it. He did say that he was given a Star Wars character.
Yeah.
So you're almost given. They don't say you're Boba Fett. They will say something like you in Tatooine. You are a bounty hunter, so you need to dress appropriately like that. This is your. They give you a whole background story. Yeah. So then you into sort of mingle with the other characters.
Yeah. But before it's a secret cinema, what they do is they give you hints to what the film might be, but they don't tell you. They don't tell you until the last minute, and they don't tell you where it is until the last minute.
Now, the only thing is, Tanika, where it might get a bit tricky doing a review is, you know how very finicky cinemas are and theatres are about bringing in camera equipment because they think you're going to film the actual movie.
No, this one's fine. Because
sure?
Loads of people have done reviews on it.
All right, okay. All right, well, that's one for us
to
potential. Write that one down. Parvine, that's just given us a really good idea.
Yeah, no, that's what makes me want to go, because I've seen loads of people do reviews on it. So yeah.
Amy said, "Oh, that's good, but I don't like it." Talking about Disney. Are you talking about the Disney Channel or Disney in general, Amy? Are you not a Disney fan, or did you have the channel and decide against it?
I think there's lots of people that aren't Disney fans out there.
Sure.
I'm thinking I may do not a separate channel, but an offshoot channel of where I just talk about Disney things that I like to do. Little thing, do something on my ears and things like that. So I might just do something a little bit separate.
Amy said carrot cake. Of course, carrot cake. Amy's going to want carrot cake. I think that's why Keegan loves your name, because it's got carrot cake in it. So Amy said nothing about Disney. Oh, really? So you never watched it when you were younger? Is there any particular reason or something you didn't want to share on the live? Tanika said, "Oh, that's on her list too." So that's on the list for the Taste Films.
For the Taste Films, yeah. Okay.
Thank you for that idea.
Maybe we'll go together. Maybe I'll send you a message saying, "What do you want to see?" Would it be something that But that's the thing. That's the thing when you. Because you and I are very different about the films that we like.
Oh, good God, yeah.
So it's very difficult for us to do something together, film-wise, that we would both want to see.
Right.
So that's very difficult.
Amy said, "Oh, Disney is very immature and childish, in my opinion." So you've got to bear in mind, obviously, it is catering for children, but they try and do that crossover where it also caters for adults. I think one of the best ones that's got the blend almost right is Shrek, because it caters to both kids and adults.
Yeah, I think the reason why a lot of people love Disney as well, or why a lot of adults love Disney, is they love the nostalgia.
Yeah.
So things like I was talking to someone the other day, and he was asking me what my favorite film was, and I had to really think about what films, because I've not watched any Disney films of late. So I really had to think about, but I remember, sort of growing up watching things like Bambi, and I absolutely loved The Jungle Book when I was growing up. Absolutely loved it. And I remember, so I have vivid memories of back in the day, they would do stories on records. So the album sleeve would be the story. So the storybook would be in the album. The album sleeve itself would actually be a story. And then you'd have the record, so they'd play it, and then you would read along with it and dance. And I would always be dancing to the music and things like that. And so when I think of memories like that, and then I go to Disney, and I tell you this, you think it's very childish and things like that, but when you go there and you see the architecture, the sort of how they've really reimagined the park, and all the rides that they do, and all the simulators that they have, and just the way that they've done it. You have like lots of children things, don't get me wrong. So they do things like the Dumbo and the teacups and things like that. But when you're doing things like Space Mountain, or when you're doing other like doing the World Showcase, and there's you get to taste all these different alcohols and sort of like cocktails, and the way that they've done the what's it, Chichen Itza? What's the pyramid that you like in Mexico? On the showcase in Epcot.
Oh, I can't remember what they call it, but yeah.
I think it's Chichen Itza, one of the Mayan sort of like pyramids. And you go inside and it's absolutely amazing. They've done it all looks like nighttime. They've done it by a lake. There's a beautiful restaurant.
We will have to link that in because we have videoed it many years ago. Well, I say many years ago when we last went. But hopefully one day we shall be back.
Yes,
we definitely want to do that. Tanika said, so cake-wise, I don't think I have a favourite cake, but I just don't like icing. I know what you mean. Especially if it's really thick, that's a lot to take in.
Is it the frosting that you don't like, or is it actual royal? You know, they do that royal icing. Like, I don't really like that. Or marzipan.
Oh, I love all that.
I don't like marzipan or royal icing, but I don't mind frosting.
Tanika said, oh, yes, I think Charlie and the Chocolate Factory will be a good one from what I've seen.
Yeah. All right.
Keep posted. That's all I will say and nothing more. Keep your eyes on the channel. Amy said, nostalgia is like something as you can only get away with when you have kids. And it's like an excuse. Do you know what? Now, Amy, I'm not so sure because I think nostalgia can also come from when you're younger. I remember a mate of mine, he used to love the 18 when he was little.
Yeah.
And then he said he went out and he bought loads of DVDs of it. I said, well, you got DVDs of the 18? Because I just want to have the nostalgia. He said, I rewatched them, but he said it was much better when I was a kid. I said, well, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because your tastes are different.
But even now, like if there's a Night Rider on, I might have it on in the background.
Yeah.
Or I might have like, but these are things, but I was into very much lots of, because my dad was, you know, very much into action films and things like that, or, you know, episodes. I was very boyish in my tastes. So things like Airwolf, things like 18, things like, I don't know.
This will mean nothing to Amy.
Yeah, things like Bionic Man or even Bionic Woman, Wonder Woman. What else was there? A Manimal. Like the majority of the people won't even remember Manimal because I don't even think you remember Manimal, or you do.
It's about a guy that could change into animals.
Yeah, and things like that. And I used to watch all of the boys stuff all of the time, and you know, it was a real boys era, I think, during that time because all the guys, you would sit down and these you know, were like action, like, you know, 18 was like what MacGyver is now. They've redone MacGyver, by the way. But they've redone MacGyver. Yeah.
Amy said, it doesn't interest me at all, but thank you, Kelly. Well, do you know what? Like I said, we try and do a little bit. One of the things Kelly and I decided not to do is go niche.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that is true.
That does go against us in some ways as well, because some channels that are niche obviously shoot, not always, but they can shoot up their subscriber levels. But we wanted to, that's why we called it Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things. We wanted to do a little bit of different things that we enjoy. So for some people, we'd like, you know, will want to see the food eating and not all the foods that we do. Some will want to see our trips away. Some will want to just see us do another little random thing.
Some people just want to be on our lives, like watch us on the lives and stuff. So I had decided from very early on, like I wanted our channel to be like to show like holidays that we do, but which is where the trips come in. But the tips and things were for other things that I didn't want to just stay niche. And that was the thing. I didn't want to just concentrate on one area. I wanted it to be like it. If we had still been going on holiday, don't get me wrong, we would have shown you other things on that holiday as well as being back in the UK.
I bet people are sitting there going,
you things.
I bet people are sitting there going, hang on a minute, but all you guys do is food. I know we do a lot, but that's what we like to do. But it's stuff we like to do as well. But we also like to do like a different range. Some of the foods, obviously, you guys won't be interested in. Some will be, but we hope even if you're not interested in it as well, it just gives you something and an idea. Amy said, Kelly, you're looking very nice today.
Oh, thank you.
This is what Amy said. Take my compliment because I don't give them out much.
Well, thank you very much. And I accept it.
And she goes, I think it's the hair.
Because you know what, right? So this morning I was washing my hair and that. I can see there's a bit of a lag. Oh, there isn't now, but there was. And I didn't have, and it looked really like, it looked a bit flat. So I just took out a little bit of strands, as you can see. And then it just gave it a different look. But yeah. that was this morning after I was washing my hair. But yeah.
Yeah, there you are. I don't take offense. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'll tell you a funny story. So I remember many years ago, I had to go to a conference for what? This is many years ago. And you had to go around. It was like a team bonding thing. So I was with people I'd never met before. And as you went rounds, they said it's always good. Let's do a feel good factor. Look to the person to your right and make a compliment about them. So obviously I complimented somebody next to me, but I said a nice compliment about them. Well, the woman next to me, she went, "You've got nice shoes." I thought, okay then. I thought, my God, is that it? That's the only Indian compliment before. I thought, all right, fair enough. There you go. I won't take offense. Keegan said, chocolate cake is his favourite. You see, so it's not. You see, it's good to ask.
I thought it was carrot cake.
You
Keegan.
made the assumption that
I did.
everything, but Keegan likes his chocolate cake. Now, Keegan and everybody else, I think you would have liked it. When we went to the Shard to have the Peter Pan afternoon tea, one of the actual cakes at the end was a ginormous, and I say ginormous because it's big for an afternoon tea, slice of chocolate cake. And the idea was, for anybody that's interested, that cake was supposed to represent the tunnel into Peter Pan's world, as you see in the film. That's why they made it into a big chocolate roll. So that was the idea of it.
You quite liked it. I didn't like it, but I realised the reason now. So somebody on I can't remember who it was now, but somebody commented on it and said that it probably was cocoa nibs. Remember I told you I kept biting on
yes.
And the kind person, and it was a lady because I remember, but I can't remember the person's name. And she was saying it probably was cocoa nibs. And I thought, yes, because I really don't like chocolate that have cocoa nibs in it as well. I really don't like cocoa nibs. And I believe that. And I kept thinking, I'm biting on something. And it felt like it was the husks of coffee, like coffee beans. But it didn't taste of coffee beans. And I just couldn't quite. And she said, oh, it's probably cocoa nibs. And I was like, you've got it. You're right. I don't like chocolate with cocoa nibs either. Yes, cocoa nibs.
Amy said, yeah, great t-shirt, Mark. Do you know what? Amy's so sharp. She is so sharp. Very clever. I was hoping you'd do like a comment like that. That is good. I like that. Amy also said, hey, to listen here, Keegan. So, yeah, I would have thought that chocolate cake would have suited Keegan because it was very chocolatey.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you that were interested in doing an afternoon tea at the Shard, I know a couple of people did mention in the comments that they were thinking about going.
Yeah, I think Tanika was one of them.
Oh, yeah, you all actually. Yeah, Tanika was one of them. We had some other comments as well that people were thinking about it. So, and also in the live as well.
Yeah.
I would say that from me, I think you say the same. The sandwiches with the star, I think they were better than the cakes. The savoury, yeah. Yeah, the savoury. The two actual stars of the show were the muffin, the mushroom muffin. That was really good. And also that catfish thing, croquette. That was really good.
That was. And I watched somebody else's YouTube because it just popped up. And they're going like, what is this thing? I don't even know what this is. And they were talking about the mushroom thing. And I thought, that was delicious.
That was really good.
Oh my God. And that person didn't, I can't remember who it was, but that person didn't like it. And I was just like, oh my God, but I really liked the mushroom thing. I thought it was great.
Now, we were talking to the manager when we were there. And the manager did say that they are going to change that menu.
Yeah. Probably in November.
But at the latter part of the year. So he did actually give me his... card somewhere. I'll have to dig that up. So I will email at some point later in the year, probably around, if I remember, around about November time, and just see if they have changed it.
Yeah.
So we were looking. Funny enough, we some of the other afternoon teas we've done. I did Google the actual afternoon tea, and the menu's different. So one we did not so long ago.
Okay.
The menu was different.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the cakes were different and the things were different. So do keep an eye out because we've got some more treats coming up.
Yes, we do. We do have some more treats coming up. But yeah, like I said, I enjoyed it, but I mainly enjoyed the savoury. I weren't so fussed on the sweet part of the thing.
No.
But what was good was because it was £61, if I remember correctly. Now we did what was good was you get another round of sandwiches.
Yeah.
So that was brilliant. And the same can be said of Be Our Guest, which was at the Waldorf. So that was really good. And the Be Our Guest, without the discount, is £59.
Yeah.
So that's really good. So for £60, you get 2 rounds of the savouries. And then at the Shard, you also get 2 rounds of the savouries. When we went to the Knightsbridge one, which was £48 or something like that,
yeah.
What you see is what you got.
Oh yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't the food wasn't bad tasting, but for what you get wasn't great. Tanika said, I really want to go to that afternoon tea. It's the nicest one I've seen, and I haven't been to the Shard yet. Oh, Tanika, actually, that was my first time at the Shard, so I did actually mention that in the video. So it's a really good experience. What will wow you is when you come out of the lift. So if you go to either Houton, which is a restaurant there,
which is upstairs,
which is even higher,
yeah,
or that afternoon tea, you come out of the lift, it opens up, and it's really clever how they've done it, because you don't see, you just see a little corridor. You go down it, then you turn to the right or the left, whichever way you go, whichever restaurant you go into, and then it hits you. You just see this big wall of glass, and you can see all around. It really does make you go. When I walked in there with you, because you've seen it before, but I went, oh wow. And you just see people just stop at the end of the stairs.
Well, it's like the landing, I guess you would call it, because you have a barrier there, and you just are standing at the barrier, sort of, and you're just looking like it looks amazing. And then when you walk past the sort of like barrier, the landing, I guess you would call it, and then you can walk down the stairs.
Now, you'll notice that from there, if anybody does go to the Shard, because it's all glass, if you have a fear of heights, which I do, I'm going to be totally honest, you do, it could trigger that. Now, when I was when I've been in office places before, I know this is going to sound a bit weird, but even if you're in a high-up building, what you normally do is you normally have a sort of almost like a barrier where you can't see below that barrier, and then obviously you've got the glass going in. The Shard has no barrier; it's all glass. So if you're standing right next to it, you can see right down from there. Now, it's absolutely fine if you haven't got a fear of heights, and you get an amazing view. But I was sitting next to Ken, I was going, this is a bit close for me. So you'll see us move. Plus, as well, it's quite low. I'm 6'2". So for me, my legs are like stretched out, so they moved us.
Yeah, it was, I felt for me as well, and me being the size that I am, I felt like it was a bit uncomfortable then. I felt like I needed to be higher in that.
Yeah.
But it's an amazing place. If you want to try something different, you can go take a look at Houton. I've actually done a video for Houton, so check out, see if you like the food. It's Oriental based, but I loved Houton. I thought the food was really good. I can't rave. I've been to Houton now, I think 2-3 times maybe. My mum's been quite a few times because she likes it there. So check that out, and then check the afternoon. If you want that afternoon tea experience, then for sure go to that one. Also check out Houton in case it might change you. I don't know, but where they sat us in Houton as well, we were right by the window. So nice.
Yeah.
My first time going. But we went for the set menu. I didn't go for the a la carte because I like them funds when you're going a la carte is quite expensive. But set menu, I feel like it is quite reasonable as well. And their tap water tastes very nice. So it's not like one of those places. We went somewhere the other day. We'll do a video for it as well. Or Mark's going to edit the video. And the place, I don't know if it's the next video that you're going to do, but
I'll think about it.
The next place, because like sometimes you go to these places and the tap water tastes so funky. But I've got to say, because I knew Houton, I liked Houton's tap water. I thought to myself, oh, I'm probably going to like their tap water. And I did. It was all right, actually. Yeah, it's quite good.
To that afternoon tea, it's the nicest one I have seen, and I haven't been to the Shard. Oh, I said that.
Yeah, you said that one.
I have a note. I have update on my phone of must go to restaurants in London. I have added it there alongside the Houton. Both thanks to your vids.
Oh, thank you.
Tanika said that sounds nice. Now, we're always conscious that when we do things like afternoon tea, they are at a set price.
Yeah.
So, like I say, they're sort of like £59, £61 plus, going up to something like the Fortnum's, which is 75. I even think there are quite a few others that are higher than that. So what we want to do, not just afternoon tea, but we are going to do a cheap eat section, which we have started, and we have been doing them sort of intermittently. But there's a couple of afternoon teas we want to try, which are much cheaper. Now, one we've done, I won't reveal. That will come up as well, which we will show. But the one we haven't done yet, which I want to do, is the M&S one. So M&S have boasted on their website that they do an afternoon tea, I believe, don't quote me on it, but I think it's about £12.50 per person. So it's the cheapest one I've seen around. The only problem is only set M&S's do it. Now, the closest ones to us, there's only two in London that I know of. One's in Oxford Street and one's in Bluewater. So that's the closest ones to us. So it's quite away from us.
Yeah.
So those are the two.
I think Oxford Street. Sorry, I feel like I want to sneeze. I don't know what I was cooking earlier.
I know, it's just like...
But I feel like I'm either wanting to cough or sneeze. I think, is that the biggest M&S? Is that the biggest?
No,
M&S
the one in Bond
London?
Street. The one in Bond Street, I think, is bigger.
Right. I knew it was along that road.
It's one of those two. So basically, like I said, and they boast as well that they do it for £12. I think it's like £12.50 or £12.95. I'll double check. But they boast it. They give you a 5-star afternoon tea, but at that price. Now, when they say 5-star afternoon tea, you'll see from the ones that we do, it's not about the theatre experience, as I like to call it, the ambience and all of that.
I'm thinking about the service.
But it's more about, they're saying, the food itself.
Oh, really?
It's more about the food itself. Now, bear in mind, for £12.95, you are not going to get refills.
No.
But you wouldn't expect that.
No.
But you will get, they're saying that the quality is good. So we do want to try that one.
Although, I would expect refills on my tea.
Really? What, £12.95?
Yeah, because there are places where you can get like tea. So yeah, I would expect that on my tea.
I wouldn't expect that on that.
I wouldn't expect like different types of tea, to be fair. But I wouldn't expect just a pot of tea.
I think you're dreaming. I think for that price.
I think I am, because like I said, at other places and local to us, they do it for students as well as normal people.
Yeah, but that you're talking
students
about...
as well as normal people, where you get a piece of cake and unlimited tea and coffee.
But you're talking about it's exclusively for students.
Not for students, I said for normal people as well.
And that is for a non-chain. So I think what you're finding is with these ones as well, you can't knock that. So we will, anyway, we will try that, because we do want to show the two ranges as well. So we haven't done the massive high-end ones, but we do want to show that it is possible to have an afternoon tea. Now, but we really want to be able to test to see if it's any good.
But what I'm saying is, specifically for a chain, it should be unlimited tea and coffee. That's my only thing. That's all I'm saying.
Right, we're going to throw that to you guys. Do you think do you think they are going to do unlimited drinks for £12?
No, I'm just saying it should be.
It won't be.
All I'm saying is it should be.
Oh my God! I voted. So Tanika said, actually, to be fair, I would expect unlimited tea refills too. Well, do you know what? You do get them for the ones that we have been to so far. The only place that we did one that we... Anyway, I won't say anymore. No. But there was one that we didn't get limited refills for.
That one we was in. But you can get unlimited hot chocolate at the Peter Pan. But most afternoon teas, if you ask for a hot chocolate, they pretty much do give you refills of a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
Chesterfield, I know Chesterfield do it, and Peter Pan do it. But like sometimes I forget to ask for hot chocolate. But I'm assuming that all the ones that we pay normally would do hot chocolate.
Tanika said, for example, in Nando's, if you buy a drink, you get unlimited refills. Well, there you are. I stand corrected. I do stand corrected. I thought that would be too much to ask, but bear in mind, the place we did go didn't do them.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
An afternoon tea with only one cup of tea wouldn't feel right. And I do agree with you. Do you know what? It's funny that as well. That's why the one we went to in Knightsbridge, we were really surprised what we got for. I mean, this is on Valentine's Day.
They didn't even come round with hot water to refill anything.
No, they didn't. And she did ask about the drinks, but when I said, so we only got four finger sandwiches each, and I thought for 50 quid each, I thought they would.
You didn't even get 4 finger sandwiches.
No, we didn't. No,
you got 2 finger sandwiches, and I got 1.
So, as I said in the thing, I wouldn't recommend that often. For that price, you are much better off spending an extra tenner and going somewhere that will give you refills.
I'm going to do a playlist, and it's going to be an afternoon tea series, and the series will be for this year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do like part 1, part 2, part 3 of the afternoon tea series. So I'm going to set up that playlist today because I think we must have been to at least 4 this year already.
Yes, Tanika, one thing is that, but they did give us some other things as well. If you're interested in doing it, but you don't necessarily have to watch that video because we didn't recommend it. We wanted to try it. It looked really nice on the website. We did it so you guys didn't have to.
Basically, I got 1 finger sandwich and then like a quarter of a wrap.
Yeah.
And there was something else.
There was a little mini croissant.
But
it was a mini croissant.
Yeah, it was a mini croissant and a tiny chocolate.
Have you got a photo of it?
Not on this phone. I took out the card.
Never mind.
Then a tiny chocolate sort of tart thing, which you also got. That was it.
Now it was right next to Harvey Nichols. But by right next to, I mean that the entrance is for Harvey Nicks is here, and then this place was here, so it's right across the way.
Yeah, it's in Knightsbridge. It's not too far from Harrods.
Yeah,
it's obviously Knightsbridge is full of prestigious shops. It's a prestigious area, although to me it looks a bit run down to me these days, but that's just my opinion. And when we got to the hotel, it looked like a run down site anyway. But,
not one to recommend.
No.
Now, as I said as well, going back to the cheap eats as well. So the other bits we want to do is for somebody coming into London that just wants something cheapy to eat. We definitely want to do that one as well. We've got some places in mind that we want to do. We did film one of the places before, but the problem was as well, we never ended up uploading it.
Yeah.
So we will do it justice and do it.
And go again.
It's a little fine that we found as well. It's quite cheap, especially for where it is.
Yeah.
And it's slap bang right near Trafalgar Square. So we will do that as well, just to show anybody that wants to go into London and just wants to find somewhere cheapy to eat.
I just wanted to go back to the Knightsbridge one. The afternoon tea itself, they had really good elements to it. So I'm not gonna shoot that down. I pretty much liked.
Oh, sorry. Just Tanika says she's got to go in a minute because she's prepping dinner, and I'm making a new recipe tonight. I need time for trial and error.
Oh.
I'm making bang bang cauliflower.
Oh, nice!
Inspired by Inamo.
Yeah.
And miso and honey aubergine.
Oh my word!
Oh,
miso,
wow.
honey aubergine. That's so good. It's one of my favorite dishes. But quickly, the elements of that afternoon tea was really, really good, but it just was the amount and the poor execution. But the stuff were really nice.
Yeah. So if it's good, Tanika, let us know because we'll be
and then I'll be asking for the recipe.
Yes.
Especially for that miso honey. Oh my word.
There you go.
Yeah. That. Anyway, it reminds me of Chino Latino because that miso aubergine was really nice.
So going back to the cheap eats bit, so when I say cheap eats as well, we're going to avoid things like McDonald's, Burger King, not those, because those are the obvious ones. We want to try and find some little cheapy gems that you can go to if you're in London. So if anybody's on a budget and needs to get there and try and find somewhere. Oh, Tanika said, I will let you know how it goes on Tuesday. Take care. Bye, Tanika.
Bye,
Take
Tanika.
care.
Thanks
Good
for
luck.
joining us.
We will let you know where these places are. So again, if you're in central London somewhere and just need to grab something quick, that is something for you to try.
The you like the all-you-can-eat restaurants, and when we did go to Inamo, you did eat quite a bit.
Oh, I ate a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But what is the point in going to an all-you-can-eat buffet and having a plate? My cousin did this once. I went out with my cousin many years ago, and we went to an all-you-can-eat buffet. They had one plate of food, and then that was it. I thought, but you're in a buffet.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to wreck the buffet.
Of course it does. Of course it does. Does anybody do that? Has anybody been to a buffet and they've just had one plate of food?
Yeah.
Or does anybody not like buffets? Does anybody actually dread? No, your cousin doesn't like buffets because he feels that they're really poor quality food.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of buffets are poor quality.
So he wants the quality over the quantity.
Yeah.
So he'll avoid buffets for that reason.
Yeah.
I just like it because I feel I get my value for money. Don't get me wrong. If the quality's poor, you don't want to eat tons and tons of crap food. But for me, I just want to be able to feel that I can really have my fill. But no, what in a moment was tons and tons of crap? No, it wasn't.
No, that was delicious food. But you can't tell me that we haven't been to a rubbish buffet. And
we have. Up on it. I filled up on it because I'm hungry. But yeah, like I said,
if you weren't hungry, you'd still fill up on it because it's a buffet.
Given the choice, that's what I would prefer.
I think for me, I really prefer quality over quantity. And what I like, I've always said that my favorite buffet was Wicked Spoon.
Yeah.
But what do I like about Wicked Spoon?
The quality's good.
But also
small portions.
Right. So basically, as it is for everyone, my eyes are always bigger than my stomach. But these days, when I look at something now, it puts me off. I think, oh, look at all of that, and it actually does put me off now. But I have been like that for a long time now. When I was younger, I was even going, oh my god, and I'd be like you, oh my god, I've got to try and eat. But you eat so much that you're so uncomfortable. And I'm just thinking, what is the point of being uncomfortable?
Oh, I love that feeling.
I don't like that feeling at all. You feel like you're about to, and then it'd be like, oh yeah, come on, let's go now. And I'm like, go where? I need to sleep. No.
So I'll throw that out to you. Would you guys prefer the quality? Would you like to spend a lot of money? What would you go for? The two extremes. Would you go spend a lot of money on fantastic food but very small portions, or would you prefer to go the other end? Would you sacrifice quality for quantity? Or I suppose I'm going to guess most people will go for a happy medium. I know that would be the case there, but I'm just wondering if you had to between the two, are you going for high quality but small, or are you going for the larger quality but you're sacrificing? It doesn't mean it's terrible, but the quality's not quite as good.
I think for me, I pretty much like to go for a happy medium. I like to slum it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like my McDonald's or my KFC or my Nando's, like a cheeky Nando's or something like that. So although Nando's is getting expensive these days, it's not cheap anymore. If you thought you could go into Nando's and spend £15, you can't. You cannot. It's like it's getting so expensive. But yeah, I'm like, I like a happy medium, but every once in a while I like to spend that little bit of money. But I've never been to a Michelin star restaurant because one day that is what I would like to do.
We have. We've never been. The one in Brussels was.
It wasn't a Michelin star. I told you. It wasn't.
You
told your mum it was, but it wasn't because the other restaurant.
Don't tell her that now. She thinks she's been to one. Anyway, but do you know what? Funny, what Kelly says is absolutely true. So, like I said, in our cheap eat section, I tried to set a limit of £10 for a main. But I've got to be honest, I'm really struggling to find places that actually do that. So it's
and I'm saying under 20.
No, I do think it should be under 10 because I think, all right, we'll throw this out to the group. What would people like to see if we were to do a series on cheap eats? If you were to go out and you think to yourself, oh, I'm on a bit of a budget, I want to eat something that's quite cheap. What would be the budget you would want us to see to try come under?
But I don't think that's the case. I think we need to do two. So we need to do your cheap eats and my cheap eats. So you sort of set them side by side and see what you get for under £10 and see what you get for under £20. So I think that you're kind of doing it because you're doing it from a main point of view, but most mains for me are £15 and above. So I think that I want to see and especially in central London, I think it's more realistic that in a sit down place you would choose. But you're talking about in the same sit down place, and you're talking about £10 and under.
Well, not just that as well. So effectively, we want to try and get the most value for money that you can in central London. So if you were to go to central London and you wanted to, I don't know, you are on a real strict budget and you wanted to say, but I'm hungry.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go for the usual chain stuff because that's easy. That's
easy. Yeah.
McDonald's is easy because you can just say, I'll go for a McDonald's meal. I'm talking about somewhere we could try and find somewhere that's under a set amount that would fill you up as best we can.
Yeah.
So what I mean by that is obviously you might have to sacrifice some bits in terms of not so much the size, but in terms of you wouldn't be able to have necessarily a main and a dessert. But if you could go for a main somewhere, now there are pizza places that do large pizza slices for really good value. One of them we will redo is Bread Ahead in Borough Market. They do a big pizza slice for about
£5. You're talking about something different. You're talking about grab and go food, and I'm talking about sit down food.
Well, it could be either. But again, we'll throw it out to the ground. What would you guys like to see? Do please let us know, because that will really help us determine what we need to look for. You might not be interested. You might just say, well, Ashford, I'm not interested in budget food. I just want to see some good
it's true. Like, I was gonna say I don't like eating food in the street. That's what I mean by that.
Well, let's throw it out there, because it's not about us, it's what other people want to do. So do let us know what you'd like to see, and we will take that on board, and we will look for that place, what you want to do. So do you want something sit down? Do you want to have something that is a main course? Do you want an all-encompassing meal? Do let us know what you'd like to look for if you are indeed interested in something budget.
I think for me, what I want to do is do like a sit down. Yeah, because like we could do, because we've done sort of like grab and go, as in like the Korean hot dogs and things like that. So, but more often than not, the only time I ever eat on the street is literally to show the camera. That is it. You always know I bring my stuff home.
Well, we're gonna put it to the group.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, because you know, I always bring my stuff home because I don't like to eat on the street.
But that doesn't. So we'll see what people want to do.
I'm just saying that for me. So like when we eat, even when we got piece of bread ahead, you're like with you would hit. Mark's very different to me because he'll just eat. But typically, my brother and my sister-in-law are the same. They'll eat as they're walking along the street.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's not my preference. Like my preference is more, I want to sit down, I want to enjoy the meal, or I want to bring it home. And that's like, if you ever see me take a bite or whatever, that's normally what it is. It's me just taking a bite. But like I said, I don't even think my mum minds eating along the street, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong in that at all. I know if it's really busy, it's a bit of a nightmare because you can't really enjoy it because you're just trying to slalom.
Yeah, I just don't like all the traffic and things getting on my food.
I was going to say, now it wouldn't do that. I think it's a bit, obviously it's harder to do if you're in a shop, because a lot of shops don't like you eating in the shop. But I think if you're just travelling down the street and you're munching something as you go, eating on the hoof, they call that.
Yeah.
I think that's all right, and I'm quite happy.
Oh yeah, I did it a lot when I was younger.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, no, that's not for me anymore. So I'm more for like sitting down. Even when we go to Disney, you never ever see me walking around eating something. No. I normally stay in one place and eat whatever it is.
Well, that would be interesting actually, see what you guys like as well. So do please drop it in the comments what you would like to see that as well. Are you happy to see more eating on the street, like I say, eating on the go?
Yeah.
For us to review more foods that do that, or are you wanting more sort of sit down places?
Yeah.
Again, let us know in the comments. We can always take that on board as well, and that will give us an idea of what to research for next. Because I think it's always one of those things as well, when we actually find something different, and we do it sometimes as well, we sort of find something we didn't think of. When we're working from place to place. So Kelly and I will basically have an idea of what we want to do when we film. So we're going to go to this restaurant and this place. But sometimes in the way from walking the two, think, well, this looks good.
Yeah.
And we might go in and try. So we can always look at that as well.
I've got to be honest, I went into Old Changkee the last time when we were in central London, and I bought 2 of them puffs. And they do sort of like these sort of like pastry puffs, and I got so I managed to try the sardine one because I thought about my granddad, because my granddad had the sardine one. He would have loved that. And I got that one. But I've got to say, that vegetarian, I don't know what it is, what they're doing to vegetarian food these days. But a lot of the vegetarian food that I'm tasting is tasting a lot better. Like with your to be fair, nothing really can beat crispy aromatic duck in my book. But when we went to Chino Latina and you had the miso what do you call it, aubergine, that was really tasty. I wouldn't have been disappointed if they had run out of duck and I was left with that. I would never be disappointed. That was so good.
So if you are going to somewhere like Inamo, from you've seen from our video, or Chino Latinos, which is another sushi place as well, we don't just do sushi, but those are just two examples. Really do give the veggie stuff a try. It is worth it. It's you were saying, because you tried both, you thought the veggie stuff was actually better than the meat.
When we went to Inamo the first time.
Yeah.
So when we went to Inamo the first time, the menu's changed now. All the vegetarian stuff I felt was better than the meat stuff. However, they've now changed the menu. I've got to say, that crispy salmon, even now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, that was so good.
Even now I'm thinking about it. And we got a deal the other day through from Inamo, actually, where they're doing it, but it's unlimited. It incorporates the tapas, the sushi, and drinks for £30 each.
Yeah, so there are deals going around. So Kelly did drop some really good ideas in terms and some money saving bits if you do want to go to these places for a lot cheaper. Just to remind them about your deals.
So there is a website called Groupon. So if you ever want to try something, or check on Groupon first, because you can get some really good deals on Groupon. They're not always great, but you can get some really good deals. Now I think the last time when we went to Inamo, we paid like something like £90, I think it was.
Yeah.
And it was unlimited drinks and unlimited food or whatever it was. So it was like 90 quid.
It's a lot.
And that wasn't including the service charge, which was charged on top of that. So we had that, and while it was okay, I felt like the vegetarian was better, and that was when the projection was projected onto the table, so that the table was white and you had the projection on the table. And it was okay. The food was quite good. You really enjoyed it. You had your fill. Blah blah blah. And then we've gone this time, but I went on Groupon. Now I didn't realise we've not been to Inamo since 2021, I think.
Oh, shit, when was that? Okay.
2021 was when we went. Yeah, because it wasn't last year.
No, you're right.
So we went to Inamo in 2021, and the thing about that, I didn't realise that there was a sushi menu and then a tapas and sushi menu, or just a tapas. No, yeah, tapas and sushi. So I went onto Groupon. I saw a deal there for it was like £49 for two people.
Yeah.
Unlimited sushi. I thought, brilliant. We didn't drink that much soft drinks the last time when we went. So I thought, brilliant, that's fine. We'll get that. We'll probably have a drink each, and that will be us done, really. So we went, and I was a little bit disappointed. You weren't, but I was a little bit disappointed that when I had to look at it, I didn't realise there was the tapas sushi. There was the tapas.
Yeah,
sushi.
You said, yeah.
So I was a little bit disappointed because I thought, oh no, I would have gone for that one had I known. Now Groupon do it, but at the time that I was buying it, Groupon didn't have that deal. On the day that we were there, they did a Groupon voucher for the tapas and sushi, and the tapas part is more hot food part. So you would get a mixture, because I was looking forward to Mark having his miso soup, because I know you loved the miso soup the last time when we went. Your cauliflower and all of that. So I was looking forward to him to having all of that. I mean, you love sushi anyway, so do I. And so we were fine with that. But so a tip is go onto Groupon, see what one they're doing. Our recommendation is the tapas sushi. So you get the best of both. So you get the sushi and you get the hot food as well. Soft shell crab, recommend. Salmon skin roll, recommend. So for sure, if you're going there. But Inamo just sent me a deal earlier, but it also includes drinks. So it's £30. So it works out to six, because the deal that they were doing on Groupon was £64, and it didn't include drinks. And it was the tapas and the Asian unlimited tapas and sushi, but it didn't include drink. But what you call it? Inamo have just sent me one, and it's £30, was £29 something per person.
Okay.
And it includes drinks and the tapas
Oh
and
wow,
sushi.
that's really good. So are you saying then that the deal is actually better from Inamo themselves than
only if they email you?
Okay. So obviously you need to get on their emailing list. So you might need to go first and then get on the emailing list and then get future deals. So just give everybody an idea if they were to go through Groupon, the kind of savings they could make.
So, like I said, we paid £90 plus service charge. But
that's for two.
But that was for unlimited drinks as well.
Right.
Groupon are doing a deal if you want the sushi and the tapas for £64. And that's for two people, but that doesn't include drinks. So that's the saving.
Right.
So £90 and £64.
Right. So you're saying £26.
Yeah. But are you really going to spend £26 on drinks? That's the question. That's the question you've got to ask yourself.
Yeah, so there are some other deals as well that they were doing. There was one for £35. Was that the one for £34 per person?
Yeah, the one there's two deals that they were doing.
Okay.
The two deals are £49 for two, £49.95. So almost £50 for two people.
Yeah.
And that's just the sushi.
Right.
No drinks.
Right,
just the sushi.
Okay.
And the other one is almost £65, but that is the tapas and the sushi.
Right.
No drinks.
There you go. So that's the deals you could get for Inamo. Did you get another one? I'm sure you mentioned you got another offer for a different restaurant, but I've forgotten.
Not for another restaurant, no.
From Groupon. Sorry, that was my mistake then, because I thought you had done as well.
No, not for another restaurant.
I just wanted to double check if you'd had that at all.
No, not for another restaurant. Just for that one. I mean, there are other restaurants on there. Don't get me wrong. There are other restaurants on there. So let me go to Groupon and just sort of like.
Because the thing is what it is worth doing something like Groupon, because you will get that saving. And also as well, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can pretty much you buy it in advance and then you book it later.
Yes,
that's right.
Well, that's with that. That was the stipulation with that one.
Right.
So with Inamo, you had to and you have to book it 2 weeks in advance. I do put that in the description.
Okay.
So when you read the description of Inamo, if you decide to go via a Groupon deal, you have to to avoid disappointment, put your booking in, your reservation in 2 weeks before your desired date. So then at least you know you're going to get your desired date. And then you have to attach your Groupon voucher.
Right. So just obviously bear in mind that for people not in London, unfortunately, Inamo has only got 2 locations as far as we're aware of, and both are in London. So one's in Covent Garden, one's in Soho.
So they've got different things like, city cruises are from £4 rather than £8.65. There's like loads of different restaurants experiences.
Yeah, I can see.
You can get like sort of different, you can get bedding, you can get homework, and it's not just for this country. You could if you're going abroad, you can get Groupon abroad as well. So if you're going to a specific country, definitely have a look. But always look at what the restrictions are and what the rules are. Because the rules could be you need to email directly to the restaurant. Because if you decide to book online and turn up with your voucher, that restaurant might not accept the booking. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, is that right? Really?
Yeah. That's why you have to contact the restaurant directly.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that.
Yes, you have to contact. So with the Groupon, you can't just book online and turn up with your voucher. Right? This is with the Inamo.
Okay.
With the Inamo, once you purchase your voucher from Groupon, you then have to email the restaurant directly. This is why I say give yourself 2 weeks. So the way that I didn't realize this, the only reason why I realized this. So funnily enough, I did the booking a week before.
Right.
So the week before, I purchased the thing, I emailed the restaurant. So I emailed the restaurant first and said, I've got a Groupon voucher. I would like to come on this day at this time. The following, they didn't answer me right away. They answered me the following day. Said, can you send your Groupon voucher? And then they wanted me to send the time, the amount of people, which I'd already sent them. So really, realistically, all they needed was the thing. But anyway, I resent it again with all the details. And then they didn't answer me. When they answered me on Friday, and we were going on the.
Oh, right. I'm with you now. I'm with you because that makes sense. Because we were going on the Wednesday. Yeah.
And they answered me finally on the. I think no, they might have even answered me on the Monday.
Right, that's close.
Yeah. They might have answered me on the Friday or the Monday. I can't remember which day. To finally let us know. Yeah, because I didn't know all that weekend, and I was saying to you, we might have to go somewhere else.
Oh yeah, you did say that.
Yeah,
that's the thing as well. Because I've got to be honest, I've never really used Groupon, so I really don't know how it would work. I know it's been around for years. I think most people probably have heard of Groupon.
Yeah.
And probably use it, but we just thought we only mentioned that because that's how we did the booking for that particular restaurant.
Before I've had like a taste card before. I've had things like Groupon before, and they can be really good deals. I mean, we've got a couple of chairs. The chair that you're sitting on now is from Groupon.
Oh, is it?
It's through Groupon, yeah. So there are things that I think even our book drawers are from Groupon as well, I think.
So yeah, multi-bin as well. But that little idea there. So if you do like the look of the Inimo one as well, have a look for Groupon. Might be able to get a good deal.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, there are other places like Voucher, Groupon. It's not called Wahunda anymore. I think it's called Treatwell. Like if you want to have, massages or pamper yourself or whatever, you can go on Treatwell and have a look at their vouchers and their bookings and things like that. There are loads of voucher places around. We're in a cost of living crisis.
Yeah.
Use everything at your disposal. Do you know what I mean? Anything that's going to get you a cheaper this. The thing with the taste cards, you have to pay. Now, they had this thing back in the day where it was like £80 or something ridiculous.
Oh, we still got it because we did pay for it for a while.
Yeah, but we paid for £30, but we haven't had it for.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think we had it.
We haven't had it for years. But I used to wait till I would get an email to say, yeah, do you want it for £30? Yes, I'll take it for £30 for the year. Yes, please. And then we would use it because it's 2 for 1. You get 2 for 1 in a lot of places.
Do you want to just explain to anybody who doesn't know what a taste card is, where a taste card is?
So a taste card is where it's a card that allows you to dine out and you get perks with this card. So you can get 2 for 1 deals, buy one, get one 50% off, or it gives you money off. It might give you 50% off. It might give you 25% off. You don't know, but there are all these restaurants that are included. Prezzo's normally one, Pizza Express, Busaba Itai, Banana Tree. There are a few others that are included on. You have to go to the website. ZZ's is another one. Ask Italian was another one. So there's but they're what I would call midway restaurant, or just below midway restaurants that you can go to. They're not super expensive restaurants in the first place anyway, but it's nice to be able to get money off even more. But it's only at certain times. So it might be only between Monday to Thursday, or it only might be before 5 o'clock or before 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I remember it. So there were all these caveats. I remember when we had one to the taste card. So I remember could only go at certain times. Not always, but it usually didn't apply to weekends. And also as well, I always remember you had to tell your waiter or waitress that you had a taste card right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Right at the start. So you had to say, you couldn't wait for the bill to come and say, oh, by the way, I've got a taste card. You had to tell them right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I've got a taste card. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. And it's really good sometimes, because it'll do it for groups of 4 or groups of 6. And you can get like money off, which is a really good saving and things like that. So it is a handy little thing to have. I would never pay full price for a taste card for sure. But there's loads of restaurants included on the taste card. So if you're people that like to go out or you want to treat yourself or whatever, taste card is the way to go. £30 for the year. Well, £30 is when I used to pay for the year. And you can go out and then use it all year round.
But again, it's only participating restaurants.
Yes.
I remember that because is it this one? No, this one. No, this one. Yeah, this one.
You have to Google and you have to not Google. Sorry, you have to go on their. So they've got like an app. There's a taste app. You can go on the taste app and you can sort of Google the area. And then, so if you know you're going to be in a certain area, a bit like Too Good To Go, if you know you're going to be in that area, you go on the Too Good To Go app, you type up the area that you're going to be in, and then you get your Too Good To Go. Someone messaged on YouTube the other day saying that they use the Too Good To Go app because they'd seen our...
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'd seen our video and they used it for the first time.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm really glad it was useful for you. Now, I'd not really heard of it before Kelly discovered it. So,
it's all my research and me watching things and thinking, oh, well, I want to try this. I want to try that.
So you'll probably see, we did 2 videos on Too Good To Go. We should do some more, actually, because we haven't done them for a while. So you'll see that we did a Toby Carvery one, which we deliberately tried. We made sure we got the Too Good To Go Toby Carvery breakfast, and we tried the dinner, but we did it the other way. Actually, we did the dinner first, and in the morning we went and picked up the breakfast. Excuse me. And then we did a comparison, Costa versus Starbucks. So we wanted to see how that went as well. So that was quite interesting to see the two different. So if you are at all interested, check out those videos. You'll see in there as well what you actually get for your Too Good To Go. Now it changes every time you do use that as well, so it just gives you an idea of what you can get.
I think when you're sort of doing these money saving things and when you're trying to discover what there is available and stuff like that, I feel like it's good when you can discover something that, do you know what I mean, can save you that bit of money.
Definitely. Now we will throw that out to you guys as well. If anybody does have also a one they want to recommend, please do feel free to chuck it in the chat, because we can have a look at it and see if we can get it to work. Well, I say obviously it works, but we just wanted to see how we get on with it.
I mean, Too Good To Go was good, and that's a free app. Do you know what I mean? And Groupon again is a free app. So for sure, if you want to do Groupon, if you want to do Too Good To Go, they're free. Taste Card, however, you do have to pay. And cinema's included on Taste Card, or it was. Cinema became included on Taste Card as well, where you could do 2 for 1 on certain nights. Again, I believe those would have been like a Tuesday and a Wednesday, I think. But yeah, you got money off for that. But I will have a look into Taste Card and see if it's worth doing again, because that might be quite good, doing the different restaurants at different times and sort of like relaying to you guys what it's like using the Taste Card, what deals you can get with it, where you can go with it, what areas that you can use it for. You can use it on Saturdays and Sundays, but only certain restaurants participate in those days. But it would be interesting to see, like for me, I'd like to do the 50% off ones. The buy one, the get one free.
Just to see what they're like, and then we can sort of video that and then show you what it's actually like.
And some of them are just for mains. Some of them are for all 3 courses, the starter, main, and the dessert, but it doesn't include drinks. Some of them will include like off the entire bill, 50% off the entire bill, and things like that. So when I used to have to, so basically. I worked in one place where I had to arrange sort of like team nights out, and I would have a Taste Card, but Taste also used to do one for £1. So if you wanted it just for the month, you could do it for £1.
Did they still do that?
Think so.
They
might do. They might still do it. So if you wanted to get a Taste Card just to trial it, they do it for £1, or I think they still do it. I'll have to double check on it, but. What we used to do is a couple of us in the group, we used to get it for £1. And then when you're doing the team nights out, because they give you a set amount, so it might be let's say your company might give you £10 per head. Well, if a few of you have got Taste Cards, you can get the money off the entire bill for a certain. So some places that we might choose, we might give you 50% off if you have 4 people. But if there are like 12 people in the group, and 2 other people also have taste cards, it's 50% off the whole group pretty much.
Yeah, that's really good.
And so you would save money that way.
So that would be really good if you're, especially if you were doing a party or you have a birthday party or something like that as well, just to do a discount. Because I know is what we're always trying to talk. I know we do a lot of the different valued restaurants as well, but we do like to sort of pass those sort of savings on to you guys as well, when we discover them as well. So if anybody wants to pass that on to us, please let us know.
Yeah,
we'll try it, video it, and see how we get on with it.
Test it out and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm all about sort of like getting something really good value. Like I love Prezzo. Like not a lot of people like Prezzo, not a lot of people like Ask, not a lot of people like Pizza Express and stuff like that. But I've got to say, I love Prezzo. I really like their pastas and stuff like that. You always go for a pizza. I don't know if you like Prezzo as much as I do, but I've always got to get a side order of fries. Wherever I go, I've got to get a side order of fries. And I just feel like they used to do these pizza fries. Oh my word, the pizza fries were so good. Go on.
No, I was going to say now, Too Good To Go. Now, the one thing I would say if you're using the Too Good To Go app is if you like Toby Carvery, and I know we do, I would definitely recommend you trying it through Too Good To Go. You get a huge portion, and you do get a big portion for about, if you're the meat is about 350, 370.
I want to say 329.
Something round about that. So between 329, I can't remember the figure off the top of my head, I'm afraid, but round about that. The vegetarian's even cheaper. It's £2.
2.29, yeah.
So for £2.29, you get a whole meal. Now, if you can box clever, which is what I try to do, and you don't have to order just the one. So you can order several, depending on obviously availability. So I end up ordering about 2 or 3 vegetarian ones, and then they do last for a couple of days.
Yeah.
So you can have them over the course of, I wouldn't leave them too long. I wouldn't leave them for like a week. But remember, because it's already cooked food. Now, the only stipulation is, of course, you have to pick it up at the time they allot. Now, Toby Carvery ends around, I think it's between 9 p.m. and about 9:30 when you have to do the pickup. Obviously, depending on your local branch.
Yeah, depending on the local branch.
But that's the only thing. So if you're not near one, you're going to have to drive there and pick it up.
Yeah.
That being said, if you are in walking distance, my word, you could take full advantage of that.
Yeah.
I would be huge if we were walking distance from a car.
I tell you, we've been, and there's been like several people there. The times that I would avoid is school holidays.
Yeah.
So if you see any school holidays coming up, that's the time that a lot of people tend to go and get Too Good To Go.
Well, not just that as well. That's when they tend to go to Carvery during the week. Now, we've noticed that if you go for during the week, I know this is a little bit weird, but off school time. So basically what I mean by that is not in, as Kelly said, not in term time or in term time. What you'll be able to, because we've noticed that when it's school holidays, there'll be a lot more people going to the restaurant. Therefore, there's a lot less leftovers.
Yeah.
So that's why the little tip, if you can go during the week, you will get, not always, but you will normally get a really good portion there.
Yeah, you get a better and a better variety.
Yeah.
In your Too Good To Go, rather than if you go during the school holidays, which is fine, go during the school holidays, not a problem. But just be aware that you won't get as much, and that's not to say you won't. It might be that you won't get as much, only because lots more people will be going to the restaurants. There won't be as many leftovers as what there normally would be.
Now, we did do, in addition, we did do Greg's on Too Good To Go, and we did Costa. No, sorry, not Costa, Pret-a-Manger. And unfortunately, the filming didn't work.
Yeah.
So I never got the footage. I was gutted with that because that would have been another video we could have showed you. So now remember, it's different each time. There could be anything in your bag. But I was so surprised. Greg's, we got so much stuff. I was gutted when it didn't film. They gave us 4 sausage rolls and large sausage rolls, not the small ones, a pack of 4. They gave us a whole baguette. It was a tuna baguette, I think.
Because you had tuna,
I believe it was a sandwich.
They also gave us a ham and cheese.
And a ham and cheese one as well.
Yeah.
So it was a lot for that, and it was around about, it was under £3.
Yeah, it was £2 something. I was about to say it was £2 something.
So the Greg's one was really good. So again, I can't guarantee you get that each time.
No.
No.
But you can let them know because the thing was, you're a bit disappointed because there wasn't as many
It was all meat.
pescatarian stuff. And you can let them know when you get to the restaurant, if you want to, that you are vegetarian, pescatarian, or vegan. If the restaurant does vegan, I don't know if it does. Like different restaurants that you decide to go through, Too Good to Go, and you can let them know. I don't think you can let them know on the app, but you can let them know if you get early enough to the restaurant, because then when they're preparing your bag, if you want just more vegetarians, like we don't stipulate what we want, so we just get whatever we're given. But I think next time what we can do is order 2 things and then ask for one to be vegetarian and one to be normal, and see how we go from there.
So don't worry about, don't be afraid to ask for those as well. The Toby Curry one's a lot easier because they stipulate for you. You pick what you want, vegetarian or meat.
Yeah.
One or the other. And you'll be able to do that. So just a little few hints and tips there. I hope you find that useful. If you are looking to do some discount, Too Good to Go foods. Right, moving on. Go on, I'll let you discuss.
I was about to say, did you want to get something to eat? Are you okay to go? Or?
Well, yeah, actual fact, I was going to say, actually, I am feeling a bit hungry, actually.
Yeah,
So
because I know you haven't eaten. The last time you ate was lunchtime, but I had a late. So basically, Mark made his lunch, but I made mine a lot later. I made mine about 4 o'clock, but I did a pasta. And Mark came in and goes, "Oh, is that a lasagna?" And I said, "No, it's a pasta because I covered it with cheese." But I think I did like the pepper and stuff like that. And I think I was breathing it in so much, it was all in the air. It was starting to make me cough and starting to make me sneeze a little bit. So I think that's what was aggravating us a little bit, because even you came in and go, "There's something in the air," and he started coughing. I was like, "I think it's the pepper," because I was just like this, and this. But yeah, so I know, I am aware you haven't eaten.
So I think, guys, we will leave it there for today, for this Friday. But thank you so much for joining in. We really had a good time. And thank you again for listening to us. As we love to chat to you guys. I hope you found some of those tips and things useful. As always, we've got loads. Actually, we've got quite a few videos in the bank. So I need to get through and edit those, and then we'll upload them as we go. Do check them out as well. We've got one coming up for Sunday, which is the Japanese pancakes. We're going to premiere that as well. And hopefully we can join you in the chat if you can make it.
And what I'll do, I will do a video on Groupon. So if I do a Groupon deal, if I do another Groupon deal, if I see one that pops up, I will actually show the Groupon deal, how it works and things like that, because that might be a video that some people might find that interesting.
Yeah, and it also is, well, like I said, if there's anything you want to ask, you don't have to ask now, but or later on, just drop it in the comments. We do read your comments as well. So if there's anything else you'd like us to video on, or you'd like us to approach about, or just something you'd like us to review, drop it in there. We'll have a look at it and we will respond to you. All right then. So that's it for Mark and Kelly's trip tips and things this week. But we will be back Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time. I will be a bit late because I'm back in the office. So Kelly will hold the fort for the first half hour, and I shall be back after that. Until then, look after yourselves. Take care. And remember, you're never too old to have fun. We will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye for now.